Here we are at our second session of parenting during COVID-19. As you can see, it's really essential when we're looking after children to be routined and scheduled and get up early. So we now know it's 7:05, so that's early enough. It's kind of like school time, even though we're not going to school. It's still important to stick to schedule. So we're going to get up now, and it's 7:05. The first thing we're going to do is obviously wake our child up. Ask our child Ira how she's feeling, and go on to the morning routine, which is going downstairs and getting our teeth cleaned. So just going down the steps, maybe a little song, a morning wake up, maybe counting would help to motivate us in the morning. Okay, so our child is now doing our toothbrush. So we want them to be confident and can-do learners, to make sure that they're not worrying about their abilities and getting anxious. And we need to know how to help and deal with debilitating thought patterns that might occur when doing simple tasks like toothbrush. Obviously, there's an element of motivation, so I always recommend you put together a little song, a little jingle that you do together when you're doing a toothbrush. Depending on the child's temperament, some children are very serious in the morning, some children are not as serious in the morning. Some children that are a little bit bad tempered in the moment, might need a different technique, which I'll talk about in a different video. So on a general level, that when your child says that I can't do it and they feel a bit anxious, this is normally a fight or flight response within the child brains. It means that their rational part of their brain stops working and they cannot work out how to tackle the task. So for the parent, for ourselves, that might be quite difficult. And you might think, I've always told my child to be clever. How can I stop them being so negative? You might think the child is being over dramatic. You might try to get them out of doing the work because you feel so panicked. You feel that their self-confidence may be lacking. And your first instinct is possibly just to tell them that they can't do it, but they may not believe your words because it does not match their feelings. So when they don't believe that they can do it, or they don't want to, they're prone to having a black and white thinking, and they don't know where to start. They may even jump to conclusions. So in this moment, the best thing that you can do in order to respond is tell her that she doesn't need to choose to listen, that negative self-talk is a form of internal bullying, and just to realize that she doesn't need to listen to these critical voices. So we're just looking at the right page here. So it's saying here that there is critical voices. Explain to the child that she doesn't have to listen to them, and explain that telling herself that she can't do it will only tie her up and her brain up from stop it working well. So help her name the negative voices. Encourage her to imagine the character in her head who tells her she can't do the work. Give them names such as Miss Can't or Miss Negative, so she can tell them to keep quiet. Praise her for every step. Let her calm down. Give her her homework or her toothbrush. Give them praise for each step that they make. Even if they're struggling, don't force them. Make sure you assess their capabilities when they are showing low confidence and boost their belief in themselves. In the long term, what we're hoping for is to give a short, to the point mantras so they can use it instantly to counteract any negative thoughts that pop up in the head, such as the more I try, the more the brain grows. So we have to watch our criticisms as parents and coach our children to be increasingly competitive and to do simple chores like doing your toothbrush well.